Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our coverage here at ESL of the Overwatch World Cup group stages. We're starting to get to the point here in a lot of these groups so far, Jason. We already saw the French side come out on top after an incredible comeback over 2 of those 5 King of the Hill maps. They were at 0 to 99 and they brought it back. Really impressive display of grit. We hope to see more from them later on. But now we move on to a different group, another group, of course, Group B. It's going to be Team United Kingdom, going up against Team Finland.
Yeah, I'll show you the groups really quickly just to have an idea of the matches that have been happening across the board from all the other groups. We do have in Group A, looks like Team Baltic and Caspian Sea has been able to take a 2-0 so far. Them versus Germany is happening later on today. Like I said, in Group B, we currently have Finland at 3-0. And if they win this match, they're guaranteed first place in the group. UK is still fighting for a chance to even be placed second at this rate. In that group currently. As we saw, France took the win over Norway, so now they're guaranteed first place. Norway's guaranteed second. Poor Portugal, Ukraine, and Croatia, no wins across the board for them. And Sweden as well, 4-0. So some pretty stand-up performances from quite a few teams here. In Group E, I guess that's probably one of the closest ones, as well as Group F, which is still happening as we speak. Spain actually picked up a 1-0 win over Serbia, and they play Benelux next, as far as I saw Bromas tweeting that he's coming for too easy.
Yeah, it should be a pretty decent matchup there between those two. Definitely small rivalries, of course, too easy. And Bromas used to play together back on Reunited, so it's a bit of a throwback. So, I don't know, Taimu just left the lobby. Where is Taimu? Okay, he's come back in, that's fine. I'm going to start the game going in. So, 3 maps here as well. Gibraltar, then Hollywood, then Lijiang Tower will be happening in this round.
Yeah, a way different set of maps than what we've had today. There's no capture point in this one. We'll get to potentially Lijiang Tower for a control point at the end, but to have 2 payload maps, one of them hybrid, and one of them obviously just standard payloads, it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to, I guess, break out between the two.
And Finland, Finland massacred their opponents yesterday as well.
That's to say it nicely, I think.
Was that against Slovakia? Or am I thinking something different?
I think it was Finland, Slovakia, then Slovakia played someone else.
That's
right
right,
after
Romania. They played Romania. Finland destroyed Slovakia. It was some of the quickest rounds I've seen. The only quicker round I actually saw was from Sweden when they played on Temple of Anubis. That was possibly the fastest time possible with walking that you could even have. They back-capped it all properly, so it's amongst the faster times. But anyway, let's jump into this one. Finland have opted to start on the attacking side now. We saw Tsani go for an interesting mix of heroes yesterday, as we saw Taimu. We sort of mentioned that beforehand as well. So they're going to be on the attacking side. But let's talk about the UK here, because I haven't actually got to talk about them at all yet.
Well, first of all, we have Numlocked on UK, who's teammates with Linkser in Team Dignitas. So he tweeted out right before we started, yeah, we're playing against Finland here. I'm going to focus Linkser every time.
Yeah.
And he's not playing main tank. Actually, Equals on the team is going to be playing the Reinhardt. He's going to be playing the Zarya, which typically plays the Reinhardt for the side of Dignitas. Stylosa, a big YouTuber. Unit Lost, if I'm not mistaken, over on Twitter, and that's like his channel. One amongst many. Also a big YouTuber as well. Also a caster. He's done a couple of the Ghost 2 Gamer stuff, and he's done some other stuff here or there. It was nice to do the clean feed recording for us during the Atlantic Invitational we did back last year. Real Six again. He's actually he played with FaZe for a little bit of time, and then
we United.
I don't know if he's still playing with them or not, but
No, I think
he's been a pro player at one time.
Yeah, I don't know what team he's with right now. Obviously, Stylosa, might know him as Unit Lost, as was already pointed out. So a fairly well-known team. Old mate Cruz as well on the Genji. I was waiting to see this from him. Obviously, he plays nothing but Lucio for Reunited, but he plays so much Genji in solo queue. He actually is very, very good. So keep an eye on him, because he's not your standard Lucio main, that's for sure.
I want to see him get wrecked, actually, just because he's like, yeah, I can finally play damage now, I don't have to play Lucio, and then he doesn't accomplish too much. But to be honest, he's up against Sani. That is going to be difficult in its own. But not to mention, you got Taimu playing Widowmaker currently. You got Linkser, who's just charging straight through yet again. They don't have an Ana this time, but Linkser is more than happy to pick up kills.
Yeah, this is, it's pretty typical when you have a UK team. They're just chilling out here for the most part. I think Numlocked and Linkser want to 1v1. That's why he said to come to the point and fight me. But either way, seeing the UK team trying to establish some control over the shuttle here, you can see that might be a little bit tricky. This is where Widowmaker can really hurt. You deny so much position, you deny so much real estate away from a team that can't deal with you. And now Taimu giving his team all the information on positioning, it's going to be hard to play around.
Yeah, and not to mention if Taimu gets on top of the actual shuttle, but that's going to be Real Six popping the Deadeye. He actually does get Himsy, but not before Saini does get the kill onto him as well to tie things up in terms of score. And there's going to be a Transcendence going to be popped. That one out of one of XMA just trying to escape from this one as Cruz does pick up a double kill. He's going to be looking for more, but honestly, what can he accomplish? And actually, he's able to get a third. Saini goes down, and Cruz is trying to make his mark here as a DPS player.
Yeah, and the Ash Shadow goes down. Cruz not affected by it, so he's free just to hammer away at Linksa there, doing more damage. The Discord Orb goes up. He knows he can get through the shield with the dash, and he does. The UK actually managing to stand their ground here. They're up against arguably one of the toughest competitors in the entire of the World Cup group stages. And so far, they're pushing back. They're giving as good as they get.
I'm waiting to see. Oh, yeah, so Taima has switched back to McCree. I was waiting to see if he's going to continue to play Widowmaker here. Maybe as a sign of disrespect, or maybe a sign of fun, or maybe just a sign if he wants to work on his Widowmaker skills in general. But
he's still good on this part of the map. It's just you're vulnerable to Cruz.
Well, that's going to be a Graviton Surge coming in. Transcendence being responded with that as Zappas to keep them alive. The 3 members of NIP in Finland. And that will be an Earthshot to follow up with, but no kills to be had for either side just yet. As Taimu's still looking for one. Realsik's trying to go head-to-head with him inside the shuttle. He's going to be coming in towards the side looking for Zappas, now looking for Taimu again, but that's going to be a Graviton Surge this time out of Finland. And United Kingdom, I don't think they're to escape this time because one amongst many doesn't have Transcendence anymore. And even Cruz with Dragon Blade might not be enough.
Oh, he's trying. He's definitely trying. He gets himself 2 kills, but then Mafu's able to just shut him down there easily enough. And that payload will move a little bit further forward. It just seems like if you stack them up against each other, Finland just have the edge individually here as well. There's not one name on this team that isn't, honestly, a superstar in Overwatch right now. It's pretty hard to deal with. And Stylosa is an accomplished player in and of himself here. I think he plays a lot more Zarya than anything else, though. He's an excellent Zarya, I'll be honest, but I don't know if Lucio suits him. I don't really know if it allows him to bring out his skill set, per se.
I think Cruz would say the same thing, though, about him playing Lucio with Reunited.
Perhaps you're right.
Yeah. But it's good to see. I mean, it looks like they're not doing too bad of a job, though. They've been able to thwart Finland a couple of times on the attacks, not to mention Realsik's here picking up a double. They're actually going to hold. So Finland, who stomped Slovakia yesterday on Volskaya, is actually being held here on Watchpoint Gibraltar. Even Linksa 3-1.
It's just who kills who between Lynx and Nublock. That's their game they're playing. Probably, yeah, it's 2 tanks, I guess, because Linksa, as we were saying, Linksa has to play the tank role in this team, which is just so not his style. It's not even funny.
And Numlock's playing with like 4G off his phone. He's actually not playing with stable internet.
The ping's fine though. The ping's actually really quite good. I watched him stream. He can stream with it fairly comfortably. So now, again, Cruz, who would have thought it? He's in the back line getting him with the Dragon Blade, but Taimu now going to shut him down. He switched towards the Tracer. The McCree clearly not suiting him at this stage. Earthshatter coming in though as well, but no one really able there to follow it up on that. One's going to be Himsy though. Should be lasered down there. Numlock has good positioning towards the back line to capitalize off the back of his own Graviton Surge, but Taimu and Linksa are currently cutting a path through the rest of his team. Numlock just trying to boost his own jump there with the right click. Again, just try and stay alive. I think, though, if you're the side of Finland, you're more than happy at keeping Numlocked in the corner.
He needs to die, though. Like, he's not with his team. And eventually, Wolf go down. I mean, he had a lot of high energy, yes, but the thing is, his team is, without him, struggling. Lynx didn't get me, so it's okay.
Pulse Bomb goes on the Eccles' shield. He's able to block that one off now as well, but the fight looks like it's just about to begin. Realsik's actually away from... He's just trying to isolate Zappas at the moment as well. Funny, you know, another McCree player. They're all bloody McCree players on the side of Finland here, with the exception of maybe Tseni Mafu, but Timer gets across here as well, easily enough there. It's going to be a solid finish for Finland. 2 minutes, 59 seconds left in the time bank, and well, that's a pretty strong statement to make there as well. It's a team full of like DPS players, fairly. Himsy is a Reinhardt mostly, a Roadhog mostly player, but still. Interesting to see like what roles people have to play in Finland to actually make sure they cover them all. I think they should all just play what they're comfortable with and just play a bunch of DPS heroes and see what happens.
We didn't we see 5 tanks and a Lucio out of them yesterday?
Yeah. No, it was from Sweden. And someone in chat,
Sweden.
I repeated it on Twitter because I liked it. Someone in chat called it the Swedish meatball composition. I enjoy it.
The IKEA comp.
Yeah, that's it. So, okay, Cruz goes for a bit of banter at the start there. Fair enough. It was pretty strong showing it from Sweden. So, will Cruz be enough on this Genji to break the back lines? Realsik's was playing pretty well, to be honest. I just don't think you really put him in the same bracket as Taimu. Yellow, oh yeah, okay.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither, man. It's fine. We're in this together. So let's see what their defense now, what sort of Finland put together for this one. Time we're going to be on the McCree. Tseni on the Genji again. Tseni has to play so many different roles in his team, actually. He's often the one that will be switching because they leave Icefelt to play McCree sort of at all times, mostly, or put him on a Reaper. So Tseni played Pharah, Genji, Hanzo, all these different picks here. The banter, they said there'd be some spicy banter. I don't know if Finns get banter, but time he's having to go anyway. I don't know if anyone who's not Colonial gets banter, to be honest. It's a bit strange.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. But, you know, United Kingdom, they have a chance. Time make it 3 minutes for Finland. I think it comes down to, like, the first initial attacks, and I kind of want to talk about comps, but they're exactly the same. And not to mention, it's really hard to talk about comps when it's Finland. Like, 3 NIPs.
How much does it mean, yeah?
You have 3 NIPs, you have a Dignitas, you have an Envious, you have a Luminosity in there. Like, these are all players from top teams in Europe. And United Kingdom, I mean, they have a couple. They have Numlock, Cruz, they have Realzix, one amongst many is a really good player. Equals, I don't actually know too much of.
Me neither, to be honest.
And we gave all the teams a survey to fill out so we could know a little bit more about the players, but unfortunately we just haven't really gotten too much of a response on that. But we know Silos as well as a big YouTuber, but 6 pros in the top teams, it's rough. But let's see, Cruz is already able to force them off this high ground, at least put them back towards the server room a little bit.
Yeah, I think Starloza, as the captain of this team, brought Realzix and Cruz into the lineup, I believe. So, clever decision for him, I think, as 2 players with past pro experience, and they're quite strong. But Linksa gets on towards Eccles first of all. Cruz trying to make something happen there, but Timer going to threaten him. And Saini goes in towards the backside, gets himself 2 quick kills. Numlo now is going to have to do a bit of a fandango to get out of there.
He's typing. He stopped to move to type.
Oh my god.
I saw it. What's the charge hit? He's like, I don't care about the payload. I want to give you some crumpets with that teabag he just gave to Numlocked.
And he has the Reinhardt spray as well, just to stick it up Numlocked, who obviously always plays Reinhardt. Oh man, the rivalry between these two is just great. It's one of the few times you're really going to get to see them play against each other, I suppose. Yeah. So enjoy it while you can. Especially if the UK don't get out of this group, that would be a big shame, but let's see if they have other plans. Cruz wants to come forward. He wants a bit of timing by the looks of things. He gets shielded up. It's going to be an easy enough pick off there. Timu's nothing at all he can do about that. Shielded Genji coming in with Dragon Blade with your name on it. Just deal with it.
Linksa ends up picking up 2 in that fight too. Cruz and one amongst many. So the Genji and the Zenyatta. And Linksa's just going to swing away. He wants Numlocked here, I bet. He's going to Earth Shatter for him.
Don't Earth Shatter for Numlock.
Okay.
Yeah, you got him.
Stop and type, Linksa. Come on. He's going around the corner, and now he's going to type.
Maybe he's just happy for that to be the statement there. I think there comes a point as well where you don't want to have to like play another checkpoint. If you're Finland, right, and you're dominating here, you don't really want to mess up and have the UK get into the hanger phase and elongate the game further than it has to go. So you're probably just going to try and be a bit serious here for the moment. I think Numlock knows he's getting wrecked. It's like 4-1 right now in favor of Lynx. You know, because that's the real score. That's the score that matters here, Jason.
That's like when we talked to Unko at the end of the Takeover tournament, and Tuga asked him, how many kills do you get that game? And he's like 14. Like, he knew the exact number. I can't remember what it off the top of my head. But he knew exactly how many, because that's the game they're playing.
Zappos
gets himself a triple. You know, just a casual triple on Zenyatta. Not a big deal.
What the heck? What the... Oh, nice stop from Zappos there. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. One of the better McCrees in Finland as well. Probably second place to old mate Timu. He plays like, literally, if you go to his channel as well, he's got all these McCree emotes. He's just like that McCree only kind of guy. Just like yours truly. I feel you, Zappos. So, but yeah, getting 3 kills for him there as well just goes to show that good positioning is more important than just having a lot of damage or having a sword that you can pull out and do work with. So, nicely played for him now. And this is very advanced positioning here for Finland. Graviton Surge comes in. What's the follow-up? Linksa comes in. He didn't actually manage to find Numlocked. He gets Eccles, though. He's probably going to be happy enough with that one. Cruz has a Dragon Blade. Surely he wants to use it now. He's going to go win. The Transcendence going over the fight. It's kind of hard to tell whose it is. Great little Earth Shadow, though, being used there. And it looks like, yes, the Finns are looking darn good here. Linksa lays down a beautiful Earth Shadow to completely interrupt Cruz as he tries to save the day with the Dragon Blade. Now Primal Rage comes out from Eccles, hoping and praying that he can actually do something to break the deadlock, but he's already lost all the big players, the damage dealers on his team. Now he's trying to protect poor old one amongst many who gets taken down quickly. Tsani there gets himself 2. This Finnish lineup, I'm sorry, but you're not going to beat them, I feel, unless you can stack up against them individually, and I just think the UK are a little bit behind in that regard. 24 seconds left, Jason.
Yeah, not a lot of time left to work at all, and with the way Finland have been able to hold with the Deadeye out of time, with Realzix already going down, you have to wonder if the hopes of United Kingdom at least finishing this map are going down the drain on top of things. Cruz not having a bad shot, I think, in general on Genji, but there's just still there's too much star power on the side of Finland for him to kind of carry this one on his own. That's going to be Timu popping the Deadeye, and Timu not finding anything, but it just causes a distraction and does get the kill on Eccles. And now overtime is taken away.
Tsani now has the Dragon Blade as well. Key ultimate's coming up at the best time here for the Finns, and it is going to be Tsani making hay while the sun shines, or at least chopping it into manageable pieces. Nice little shuriken there to finish things off.
Unlocked again.
Oh,
I'm just looking for these.
I think he's definitely dominated this one. Realzix trying to go and get the reset, but he's just trying to run away. He knows he is done. So first map going over towards Finland there, convincingly.
Chris. You see what he said?
God, you can't say these things.
He says people my age shouldn't suck their thumbs.
I'm not even trying. Okay.
Thing is, I mean, I feel bad for people out there who aren't understanding, but like we've known these players for so long. I mean, we know them on a personal level because we've talked to them, met them at LAN quite a few times. So it's great to see. Obviously, Lynx or Num might go head to head, but for them to have just a kind of a good time, not be super serious as they were before in like their team matches.
I don't know if Rizix is understanding the banter here, but Cruz definitely is. A moment for Linkser. He's never going to let us hear at the end of that one. I remember his Widowmaker plays, I remember his Pharah plays, and he always likes to tell us about his Genji ones. Now, the Reinhardt ones are going to be on the list there as well. But strong game from him. I mean, when you're DPS players, I mean, the fact that you're putting Zappers on a Zenyatta is just criminal enough in itself. He's insanely good player.
Hey, he did get a triple kill.
He did. That's what I'm saying, right? The fact that he's able to do that in that role, and then you have Tseni and Taimu playing your damage dealers. Like, what have you got? Like, Rilzex is a good McCree. He is one of the better McCrees. Definitely not top 5. Definitely not in that sort of echelon. And the fact is, unfortunately, the rest of your team couldn't do much to try and facilitate there. One amongst many was always getting picked off, and that's not even his fault. I'm sorry, but
there's Zenyatta, you're not mobile. Yes. Like you don't have the ability to run away from a Genji in your face or Taimu hitting you from across the map. There's not much you can do in that situation. But we will be going over to Hollywood next. So that could potentially be a quick one or a short one, depending on how things go. If Finland are going to full hold on the first point, which they're going to be defending first here yet again, all they do is capture the point, and that will be a 2-0 win for them here against UK.
Yeah, and we're just seeing who will be playing on what side. Obviously, UK losing. All right, so they're ready. So with the UK losing, they can choose the side that they want to play on here. They're happy with attack, though, so we're going to jump in. Can we hide chat? Is that a thing? Oh, we'll just
I think you can, actually, but I don't think we should.
I think it's too late now to do it anyway. You can't say these.
What did he say?
I'm going in the game. I'm just going into the game. I'm not repeating it on air.
Yeah, but the thing is, your chat shows.
Can I clean the chat? Oh, whatever. You know what? Just deal with it.
We'll just give it a quick second.
I can't take responsibility for what these guys are saying. Anyway, Hollywood's going to be the second map here as well. Can I clean the chat? All right. No, that's still there.
Just keep typing.
I can't.
He said it again.
We're going in the game. He said it again. We just go in the game. I tried to clean the chat. Didn't really work. Oh, stop! Right. Well, anyway, let's just get on to this one. Let's at least try and distract some attention away. It's not going to work. It is what it is, guys. It is the UK versus Finland. It is banter central right now.
I want to get some fan fiction out of Linkser and Numlocked between the two. I remember reading fan fiction of Forrest and Freiberg from NIP and CS. It was like one of the greatest things Reddit has ever produced.
Well, maybe Taimu might have a candidacy for the Archbishop of Banterbury here. He's killing me. Anyway, he's going to be on that McCree, as expected. Tseni actually going to be on the Reaper here as well. Very versatile player. I mean, with a team like this, your map pool is going to your hero pool is going to be expansive. It's going to be very, very big. It's not hard, you know.
I wish pro matches were like this.
I don't.
I love like the GG easy spams at the end because it gets overwritten by like another saying.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great feature that Blizzard put in there. I really appreciate it. I mean,
but then you know when people are saying GG easy.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because it's what they're actually saying is just great.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, here goes into map number 2 with Finland on the defense, United Kingdom on the offense. Line up really quickly for you guys. Finland, we got Himsy, Saini, Mafu, Taimu, Zappis, Linkser. For United Kingdom, we have Numlocked, one amongst many, Realzix, Cruz, Stylosa, and Eccles. And they have a big challenge ahead of them here to take this first point.
Oh, Anna on both sides here. Interesting, Zappis. More concerned about doing damage, fair enough. Obviously throwing a bit of heals in when he can. Links are there as well, going to be benefiting from the aforementioned. So I like this, the Anna pick here as well. So it's going to take more than just one amongst many with the golden gun on Anna to make the difference here for the UK. When the fight starts happening, they're going to need to make it work. Numlock's going to be on the Roadhog here. He already died earlier on, so we'll get back to him later on. As Finland have taken up residency in this building here as well. I think we just saw Links drop down. Yeah, he drops down just to stand in the way. It was just a brief foray he was going to make up towards the top, and Zappa should be able to keep healing Linkser
Nano boosts, both sides. This is going to be dangerous. This is going to be probably Eccles up against Linkser.
Do it, Zappis. It's happening. It is happening. Have an Earth Shatter here to shut this down. Oh, he misses it. The Reinhardt's so hard to hit when he's like that, but still the damage comes in. Linkser doesn't even bother to put up the shield. He's like, no, I'm not going to defend my team. I'm just going to throw a Fire Strike at you. Now, from behind, there is the Genji of Cruz causing some problems. He hasn't really been dealt with as of yet. Maffei picks up Realzax, though. Okay.
By the way, for people in chat wondering, I keep seeing people say, like, where's Kib? Why isn't Kib here? He actually forgot to respond to the email about being nominated, so
yes.
he can't play, unfortunately.
Oh, what a lad. That's just the UK way, man. I love it. Just chill. Yes, so that's why Kib's not playing, although he probably should be. We agree with you on that regard, but he's not. That's just the way it is. Great little graviton surge there as well, and it is Linkser now just reminding who is boss, I guess, in this particular chain of command. Everyone's getting some action there from Linkser. So the most inappropriate pro players in one team. No, in two teams spread across one game, to be honest. Oh.
I wish we had Germany in here too, like a three-way battle.
Oh, like internet halt. That would be
get
great.
Sweden in there. Oh, that'd be great. Anyways, in the meantime, just kills left and right for Finland. There's not much to say about that. They're just completely overwhelming United Kingdom every time they try to push out. Even Cruz feels the pain. Even Eccles is. Stop, please.
Can you game his lives? Can you start playing? The banter is real there from Lynx. Cruz forced to back away there as well. It was a shielded timer that was going to prevent him from actually getting any proper damage done. But one amongst many has his nano boost ready, but so does Zappis. So we can expect to see those Reinhardts yet again go in. You can see the Dragon Blade coming in from Cruz. What can he make happen with this one there as well? He actually gets nano boosted himself. He comes forward. He's got the speed boost, a bit of extra damage, and the damage reduction helping a lot. But so many ults being expended there by the UK. Eccles and Numlock don't make it happen. They're getting some progress here, but Taimu shuts down Cruz. Now has to back away. It's actually only a few players left here for Finland on this point. They're going to have to be very, very clever, and Taimu has to be careful. He needs to stay alive. Good flash. Numlock didn't know what hit him there. Taimu eventually goes down. It looks as if Saini can't do anything about this, the point will go over to the Brits.
UK. They're going to capture the first point. Here we go. We have a game on... Or do we? I don't know. Linkser's back. He actually somehow gets on towards the point to contest it, and a ground surge comes in. Do not tell me they're going to hold this one. Mafu, there's no way you can pull off a 1v6. Point will be captured, and now UK have the payload on the move.
Oh, dear. Saini is just waiting for something here as well. He's crouched. Yeah, I think he's just trying to jump in back and assassinate someone. Either way, so UK are on the move. They managed to take that first point over quite nicely. Now, one amongst many just wants to try and keep Cruz healed up there. The darts are coming in thick and fast to prevent the onslaught coming in from Taimu, who has that high ground, who does now leave the high ground. Of course, as eventually he's going to have to fight Cruz again. He obviously doesn't want to do that. Head up now in just a moment. No one else is up here on the bridge. So this payload making decent progress. Linkser actually has to push through the lower side, but gets that nano boost. And look, oh my lord, Realzex has his head separated from his shoulders, or at least it definitely looked that way with the hammer coming with such force. Linkser though, the nano boost does expire. He takes a big shotgun hit to the face, drops his shield briefly, maybe to try and bait the shield drop actually from his opposing Reinhardt, but he does fall anyway.
I wonder if there's an internal bet between Linkser and Numlocked. Or if Linkser is able to win out the battles against him, he gets to play the Reinhardt for the team.
Oh, I think Linkser wants to play the...
I mean, as long as they have an Ana on the team, I think he's more than happy to play Reinhardt at this rate. Because you just
kind
can't
of functions the same as Genji, really, doesn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Just you have a hammer instead of a sword, right? But anyways, the payload's still moving. Finland has been unable to actually put a halt to this. And there's 3 big ultimates ready for United Kingdom. Numlock is going to be taken out by Taimu immediately, though. But Eccles still has this Earthshatter that can be so impactful if they get Linkser out of position. Good
flash that comes in from Taimu. It still comes down. The nice Earthshatter. He still drops, though, in the end. Cruz, though, trying to make the best of that one. He gets knocked down and still gets the kill, though, in the process. That's the important part. Taimu falls to his hand. This is a little bit sloppy from Finland. They're letting the UK guys get away with murder, essentially, and literally here, as Cruz is trying to back away there as well, getting heavily aggressed on by Zappis. He's eventually going to fall down. Sandy comes back in with a Tracer, and it looks like Finland aren't willing to give up too much more ground for free.
Yeah, and Taimu and Sandy together with the combo, and even Zappis now, who has ultimate ready to go, paired him with Mafu. Like, this is going to be a hard comp for the UK to break. They're going to either have to bait out some of these ultimates, or somehow assassinate like Saini or Zappis before they get ultimates used, which is going to be really, really difficult. Taimu's apparently been muted by Linkser. Don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you've got such a sick team. You don't have to take things too seriously. Now, Graviton Surge comes in. Saini combines it nicely with the Pulse Bomb. I think Numlocked up on high trying to make things happen here with this whole hog, but no. His healing now gets damaged. He's actually going to get the shot towards Zappis, but being threatened from behind nearby. The Tracer going to be hard to stay alive there, and he will fall. Again, payload going to be standing still. Cruz likes to use that emote. I've seen him use it a couple times. When you know you're done, I guess there's no point in trying to resist.
I mean, you can look at it a couple ways, right? So if you actually do damage, try to build your ult, you give their supports ultimate, right? Or a little bit quicker. He died in the cart, so he can't be taken to funeral.
He can be taken to funeral.
As he can, insta +1. Yeah, wow, Realzex gets hit. Pretty long range here with the sleep dart. But now the payload's taking 20 seconds left to go for the UK to get some momentum going to get to that next checkpoint. And Finland They got Linkser ready to go.
Oh, Cruz tries to go in with a Dragon Blade. Not going to get it, though. It's going to be the Deadeye to pick him up quite comfortably there for Timing, and now time is running out. Numlock goes, well, tries to get back home by the looks of things. I think he needs a little bit more of a boost if he wants to bank it to the moon, though. Cruz, though, going to come in with a Dragon Blade yet again. He actually got interrupted last time, couldn't get it out, but he is just knocked to the ground. There is absolutely no chance here. The door is shut squarely in the face of the UK here, as Finland now. Oh no! The payload stuck in from the backside. Oh, Reals actually sneaky, sneaky bugger. Gets over the line there. Perfect stuff. He knows to back away. Is taken down by Tsani. How do you miss these things? I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to cast and observe, but the UK get it done. I love it. I've got no words, dude. Did you notice that?
No. Well, kind of, because the game didn't end. I was like, oh.
Yeah,
okay.
that's when I noticed it. But I'm like, I thought if you noticed it, you would have yelled something.
I think Real's just like, I don't want to play with you guys. I'm gonna Brexit out of here and go touch the payload to push.
Just piecing on out. Love it. All right, let's see now what they can make off the back of this, though. They can still actually win. Zappos goes down, and Graviton Surge in, but where's the follow-up? It's just Link's bravely charging forward. I mean, I'll use the word brave. That's the most diplomatic way to put it, because he goes down there a little bit too extended. Mafu and Tsani trying to work in from the side. Just get a little bit of chip damage in. Pulse Bomb dropped to the ground. Doesn't actually take anyone out, though. And Eccles gets himself yet another kill. The UK, surely not. Has Wheels actually propelled them to victory here through this little fight? It may be so. Numlock there as well. Does have his Primal Rage going. They're trying to stop Timing from getting off the Deadeye, but Timing still gets himself 2 kills.
He's focusing Linkser.
Yeah, of course he is. He doesn't care.
I will kill you softly with these gentle pounce out of my fists. But anyways, he goes in towards the back. There's still, you can see Finland losing too many men. United Kingdom are still keeping Eccles alive on top of the payload. He's really close to his Earth Shower. Numlock is still buying a lot of time here. Tsani's finally able to return respond to a kill onto one man. And the Finland's back.
Yeah, they're back on the point. The refight comes in. Tsani managed to dash on in, get the pulse bomb down. 2 kills for him. That's big stuff. Now Real's caught on the payload, trying to get away, just to dash and dodge. That's not going to be enough either. One amongst many. He's too far away. He doesn't have a dash. He's at her, and there's going to be no time left. The UK almost get away with absolute bloody murder. But it is going to be just the 2 checkpoints enabled for them. Finland pushed harder than they ever have before, but I don't really know why. I don't really know how. But they now need to get 3 checkpoints, or at least just exceed 75.38 meters.
Yeah. Social what? I wonder if we would potentially see a 3rd map. Was it Lijiang Tower?
Yes.
That'd be great. Best of 5 with more bans.
Man, I don't know, man. Finland looked pretty darn good when it comes to the fights. I mean, the fact that United Kingdom are in this game is because Real's actually like, you know what? All right, team, I'm out. I'm peacing out. I'm going to go push this over the edge and get it done.
He Brexited from his own team to go push the payload.
That was the biggest Brexit we've seen in Overwatch history.
Yeah.
Good on you, Reals X.
They call me Marcus Bond. Well, right. I wish we were in comms with these guys, actually.
Yeah, no, we don't. No. No.
Just for like a little bit of light listening after the stream. But anyways, Finland now going to be on the attack here.
Are you kidding me? Cruz, you're such a troll. His team's trying to get out of spawn and he may walls them in. So that should give you an idea of exactly just how serious these guys are. And yes, people are making fun of Cruz's last name. It's Bond. There's nothing wrong with it. It'd be better if it was Bond, I guess. But no. Oh dear.
I should have made an internal bet with Cruz. And if they lost this, he has to shave his head.
Hasn't he got short hair? He used to have...
in all his, like, in all the reunited, like, frag videos they do for the monthlies, they see, like, this picture of him, and his hair is, like, taller than his whole head. It's insane. It's so funny. And I always rip him on it for it.
Now, though,
yeah, now it's shorter. But, oh, Linkser, please.
Right, chat. Check your cappers. Link's just forced our hand. So, I mean, Crew's going to play here on the main.
Kind of cap a stream now.
They're going to try and isolate, obviously, that single player that sneaks across. You know, without, and obviously there is, yeah, see, Cruz has the good positioning for the wall. I don't think he can actually get past that one. It's technically a wider opening than the wall can cover, but you were saying the other night there is a way that you can get it so it covers it all up. Tsani going to be on Hanzo here.
Yeah, he's going to look for kills, and this is going to be deadly. Oh, that McCree to the side, Reals X. Oh, he's still alive. He's taking about half HP. The wall has come in, but I don't think they've really caught in anyone with this.
Doesn't seem that way. You can see that Finland aren't really perturbed by this at all. Timing was well on the Roadhog. This is a bit of a treat for us, guys. Probably not something you see all the time. He's struggling to get on towards the
trick is, he's not good on it.
Well.
No, I'm sure. Oh, there you go. He's got a pull to Lucio.
He's the closest hero to McCree in terms of his one-shot potential, how that works. So they're going to take this first point, but first they want to kill Numlock. Everyone went back to try and deal with him. Teamwork, they all left me 2 in the back. Now I think Cruz is giving away the positioning of his teammates. Doesn't seem to really care so much here. Just kind of chilling. He goes back. One amongst many is going to be caught. He waves smiles in the face of death, as it were, and it does come inexorably. And Cruz is going to be pushed off this point here as well, so it should be Finland taking this one comfortably away here. Good push coming in. The Hanzo obviously getting a lot of damage and timing on the Roadhog, and now they could chase in. They could make a lot of ground here. For some reason, the UK still want to fight them here at this point with half of team. Cruz is dead. Oh my lord, that Dragon Strike coming in could have been deadly. He comes in through a choke point. RealsX though does come in, gets hooked straight in there in that fight. Hard to follow all this action, but I'm trying. Saying he gets a Sonic Arrow in. He knows the Reinhardt's coming down. Does a lot of damage with each of those shots, and Timer gets the finish on towards Eccles.
Saying he's still going hand though, not to mention timing with the nano boost. Look how fast this big man is. And that McCree stuck in the corner. Not gonna have a good time as he will fall to Mafu, but Time was just forcing them back, and this payload is getting even further.
Yeah, and Time is just gonna forge ahead. He'll have confidence here. He won't be too afraid to do it. That Discord Orb times out. And that payload moves on here. Still interesting. Finland sort of regrouped. They're not chasing for too many more kills. They know that they're pushing into potentially a 1v4, 1v5, 1v6 situation now, depending on where things are set up here. Oh my lord, perfect stuff. Great work there. It was Zappos that put him to sleep, and then the hook came in. Timer now going to follow up on this one, but Blizzard comes in. Where's the follow-up going to be on that ultimate? I want to see Lynx are charging it on towards
slowest charge in the game because he was slowed up by May, but he gets it anyways. But Numblock will be able to return the kill back onto him. The Deadeye still available for RealsX, and I'm not sure what the hell Cruz is doing with that wall there. Actually, I think he's probably trying to get on the high ground, or maybe just trying to mess with his team. It could honestly be both.
Numblock there as well, lucky to avoid the hook coming in. A couple of ice spikes being sent down, so a nice little fight win there as well from the UK. They do get a nice Blizzard down. Cruz is honestly already halfway to his next one here, and Deadeye for RealsX could be good if he has safe positioning and can deal with the other Reinhardt shield. Though this is important. The Nano Boost comes in. Linksa is just going to run like the wind here, straight towards the McCree, trying to charge up the Deadeye, but he just can't get enough damage to kill Linksa. The Earthshatter comes in. That's huge. Gets Eccles up against the wall there and out through the side. Sandy up over the top, getting a lot of damage in. Dragon Strike available. He's going to let it go. Don't know if it's going to catch on to too much, but Zappos getting so much kills. He got 2 kills on Eccles and one amongst many. Beautiful stuff there. Oh, God. Cruz at least making it interesting for us here. Sandy picks him up with a headshot.
No, no words. No words at all. But in the meantime, the payload's still pushing. They don't have to finish, but they have to get relatively close. And now United Kingdom on their last attack here, trying to maintain this push. They do contest it, but I don't know for how long here at this rate. They're just being knocked away by Linkser, Sandy, and Taiwu all at once.
Yeah, Blizzard actually coming in back behind there, but who's really there to work with? I guess Cruz can do something, but the entirety of Finland were just standing on the outside, and Cruz just knew he was done. He was looking them right in the face, and he's like, all right, boys, fair enough. He got me here. I'm going to have to give it up. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left. 75 meters left to achieve here for the Finland side, and you can see them continuing to get aggressive. This is what Linksa does on Genji, by the way. He doesn't play any different on Reinhardt. And he got Numblocked. He's going to go for the spam, puts down the Reinhardt spray, and lets him know who's the boss.
Was that Cruz helping him too for a second there? Oh man!
Oh man, that's great. So Numblock doesn't mind a bit of that action. That's fine. He does like tea. The Brits do, but this has been tea time for quite a while. This is not okay. Someone's been slept there as well. Zappos does hit the sleep dart. I think it was actually on to maybe Numblocked actually. There comes the Earthshatter in. Zappos now just going to throw the Bardic Grenade over the top and get the extra damage in there. Zany as well wants to get a bit more damage. Comes in with that Dragon Strike. Linksa though gets a huge amount of kills, of course. It was the Nano Boost from Zappos that just facilitated for that. And I don't think I've ever seen a funnier game. Don't end is the call. How do you not end? You had to get off the payload, and Finland don't have time for that one. They're going to go in. Eccles gets hooked into the payload. Eventually he's picked up, and there it is. It's a done deal. Finland, it's pandemonium, really. I've never used Clown Fiesta in Overwatch before, but that's about as close as we're ever going to get. Well, Overwatch is definitely not coming home, but the UK is going home.
I don't think there's a chance they can be second place anymore, is there? I'm not 100% sure on that, but
no, losing to Iceland as well.
Yeah, who's probably going to be second place at this rate?
Yeah, I think
Linkser
so.
again.
Oh man, he makes the plays. This guy, I do love an aggressive Reinhardt.
Chat's
the funny
caught
thing
up
is,
to us.
That's what Numblocked is as well.
Oh man.
Right,
I don't have the golden Kappa.
No. Nicely played there. Oh god.
That's the actual play of the game. Was that end there? It wasn't actually the kills he got.
It was all centered around this age-old rivalry between Lynx and Numblock there. But Lynx comes out on top today. I'm pretty sure he won the individual battle. He also won the team battle there as well. Finland do move forward. unsurprisingly, they dominate this group. RealsX keeping that game elongated with a very sneaky little backdoor there with McCree. If you guys spotted it before us, then well done. It was very hard to recognize there. And McCree of all people, he has to.
We've seen it done with Genji.
There. Yeah, because I mean that's maybe a bit easy. You can climb up buildings and stuff. But RealsX, what do? You just like walk with your boots that ring because they got the bloody burrs that you
Spurs,
Spurs, whatever. Anyway, it's hard to do that unattended. McCree has one of the louder footsteps in the game. But guys, we're done here. We're going to be back, of course, for some more games later on.
Germany versus the Baltic and CIS region.
So that's the big one. That's the big game of that particular group as well. It's going to decide who the top team is going to be, which is super important. Two teams that are very close together. It's going to be Valley Tiger and his mob versus Internet Hulk and his mob. There are going to be plenty of nameable names, quotable quotes coming up in that match as well. So stick around for it, guys. It's going to be big. And it's coming up at
18 minutes.
18 minutes. So we're keeping it all together. Nice, quick. So don't go away. We're going to be back soon.